Alright, here we go with LAT Week 5. This time we're fighting the Philadelphia Phantoms, who were a recent addition to this. They replaced one of the other participants. And we're starting straight off with the Clefable, who I am far happier about seeing than more than anything else. Starting off, but that also means we got Stealth Rocks going. Alright, so starting off, it went with a Psychic, which was extraordinarily weaker than I was expecting. Yeah, it was. Okay. So we know it knows Psychic, so that's one good thing. It also tells me that it's probably got coverage for Corviknight and Quagsire. So definitely don't want to send those two in on something like that. So let's go ahead for Overheat and see what kind of damage we can deal. Alright, let's go for the Volt Switch, even though I'm half expecting uh, what is the name? Zygarde. There we go, I'm half expecting Zygarde to come in. Yep. So there's the withdrawal. So we're actually going to switch to Quagsire for this, just because I don't think this Executioner has much to deal with him. So we'll see what my opponent decides to do here. Set up a Dragon Dance, go for damage. I am faster, or he's not swapping. Yep, we don't care. One of the best things about Quagsire is that, thanks to Unaware and Haze, we can come in on this thing and just say whatever. And thanks to Quagsire's physical bulk, we're able to handily deal with this thing. So I'm not sure what kind of Zygarde he's running other than D-Dance right now. Of course, he's got 1,000 arrows, but that's a given for any Zygarde. So what I could try and do is just recover it off, which I think is our smartest decision. And Paralysis is probably our best bet for this Clefable, just because I have no idea if it's Magic Guard or not. And we're actually going to swap Munchlax in on this guy and see what starts happening. Because he's got nothing for my Munchlax on this team. Especially after that. So we're going to go ahead and get a free curse off. If I had to take a guess, I'd say he probably swaps to his Thwackey. Because I think Thwacky's the only one who has any capabilities of using knockoff on my Munchlax, which is his best bet for getting past him right now. Yep, there's the Thwackey. Go, Munchlax, curse at the Thwackey. So this is not a set that Thwackey gets to utilize very well. So we're going to swap into Corviknight. As much as I don't want to take a knockoff to the face, I would much rather not take losing Evilite right now, or Munchlax taking damage for that matter. So it's still going to take the Rocky Helmet damage, even if it knocks it off the Corviknight. And then we'll just U-turn out of this. Because Thwackey probably doesn't have anything to deal with me. Yep. And we'll be U-turning straight out of this as well. So it's something I'm alright with. Puts me in a far better position than it does for him. Alright, so we're going to put Rotom in. And we're actually just going to Volt Switch out of this too. Because I'm expecting either U-turn or he's going to try and deal as much damage to me as possible. Or if he swaps to the Zygarde. I mean, Quagsire gets to handily deals with the Zygarde. So I have no reason not to deal. not to keep Rotom in the field. Yep. Well, Volt Absorb, or it doesn't affect. Either way, I'm fine with that. And no more healing for his team. Alright, time for a burn. Huh. You know, I actually did not know that thing learned Scald. So that is something that's definitely new, and definitely something I did not need. Either way, I don't think he has any good means of dealing with my Venusaur at this point. His best means would be the Zygarde or the Clefable. And the rest of his team, he only has one Pokemon that is willing to take a Sludge Bomb to the face. And in all honesty, if Sludge Bomb procs Poison, it works in my favor. The more status conditions I can deal, the better off I am. My lord, that thing definitely has bulk. But I don't particularly care about that. Because Munchlax can, once again, come in and sit on this thing's face. And all we're going to do is just wear it down at this point. More curses. Curses for everybody. Alright. I am willing to eat a knockoff at this point. Because Munchlax has done most of his work already. I do gotta wonder what his item is, though, because I don't think that's Evilite. My guess is that it's Clefable coming in. And I'll be able to figure out if it's unaware or not with that. So it's definitely something I'm happy about. Despite the fact that I'm still at 5 Pokemon. And now Munchlax is also knockoff fodder for that Thwacky. So let's see just how much damage Diego is going to try and do. Or is it going to try and set up a Calm Mind? Yeah, see, I had no point in even trying to leave. Nope, we're going back to Oxygen. Works for me. So I have effectively made uh, Munchlax just as bulky as it was when it had Evilite. So this honestly doesn't bother me at all. And judging by the fact that we haven't seen Clefable come out very much, I can only assume it is not, in fact, Magic Guard. Alright, so we're at +3 for defense and attack. So that's going to make it even more difficult for him to swap anything in. Even with that Wish coming in for him. Thank you, Grassy Terrain is finally gone. And no matter what he tries to swap in, it's going to have to... It might end up having to take a Body Slam, and he knows that. Now the question is Oxygen protect uh, protect Wisher? Or is it just a Wish and try and deal as much damage as possible? Well, maybe not as much damage, because, quite frankly, that was pittance on Munchlax. Oh, and there goes Thwacky, and also means that Wish is now useless. And I also have a full health Munchlax, who's about to wake up. And I believe this is Munchlax's first KO of the entire season. And quite frankly, I'm very happy this set worked. Okay, we're going for Body Slam on this, because I have to take a high jump kick to the face. And I don't think at +3 it's going to be able to KO Munchlax. I might be wrong, but who knows. Yep, I took that extremely well. Oh, god damn. Now, the real question, is he going to try and predict a switch here? And go for, yeah, I think I'm fine. Let's just go straight for the Body Slam. Alright. So Munchlax is gone, but Munchlax has done most of its job already. And now we've taken out Cinderace. So now he's stuck with having to send the Zygarde in, which he knows can't do anything to my Quagsire. Then he's also got the Raikou, which also probably can't do anything to Zygarde. Actually, no, I know it can't do anything to Zygarde. Quagsire, not Zygarde. Well, it kind of can do something to Quagsire, but not as much as he would like. Not to mention, we're at the point in this match where Venusaur can probably clean very well. Alright, and thankfully without Stab, that's not going to hurt anymore. Thwacky's gone, so no more grassy terrain. And I have yet to show what Spectrier is going to do. Which is, at this point, sweep. And I know this thing's not scarfed because Venusaur's outspeeding it with its own scarf. Alright, so now we've got Choice Specs Hex in play. And its entire team is slower than this thing is. So Spectrier, I think, cleans at this point. Alright, and there's our special attack boost. I think he only has one thing that could possibly live this thing now, and that's the Zygarde. But I also wouldn't count on it. It's not Assault Vested, I know that much, thanks to it using Dragon Dance. Vaporeon's too weak and too slow to do much for in order to check this Spectrier. And in all honesty, even if Spectrier can't KO Executioner, I should still win. Ooh, God, I wonder if that crit actually mattered. But yeah, the fact that he hasn't set Clefable in to try and check this thing is all the more reason to believe it's Magic Guard, and not unaware. And last, but certainly not least, is Oxygen, who was probably going to be a major problem for my team if I hadn't gotten that poison off on it. But thankfully that poison effectively neutered this thing as a good wall, even with Wish. And so we finally have our first victory for LET Season 8.